Mecha Ude mechanical arms. We're gonna see what these arms are really gonna be used for. So, new anime. Let's talk about it. Welcome back, Geek Variant. So today I'm talking about Mecha Ude Mechanical Arms. This is a new anime that premiered today, and this one was a little more simplified than some of the other ones that I've watched recently. Get into that later. Basically, this is one about a kid named Hikaru, and he sees something kind of going on in the distance late at night. It's kind of like beams, some lights and stuff like that, and kind of he hears a voice calling to him, sees some stuff fall, and just kind of wonders like, what was that? And just kind of leaves it at that and goes on about his business. Now, the thing about this is he can't get whatever this is out of his head. Like it feels like it keeps calling to him. So as he's going through the next day, he just doesn't feel right. Something feels off, and he's just trying to figure stuff out. Now, what actually happened at the plant was looked like it was like a research facility, and this chick with like arms coming out of her legs was fighting some other guys and ended up trying to steal something in a container, this little yellow cube in a container. And as she tried to escape with it, they ended up getting it back. She ended up fighting to get it back one more time and ended up getting lost. So that's what fell. So that's what the kid saw fall into like a construction storage area or something like that outside of this research facility. So that's that. So eventually he decides, okay, let me go hunting for it, see what it is, because it's calling to me, is bugging me. Eventually he goes to it and he finds it and he ends up touching it. And I know where this thing kind of does this little power up, shoots up, and then falls into the hood of his hoodie. All right. Now there's a giant mechanical arm sticking out of his hoodie. It's like a right arm sticking out of his hoodie. It's got this weird little node, kind of like right here, and it's yellow. So it looks like an eye, so it can see what's going on. So you have this more or less symbiotic sentient arm attached to his hoodie. It's attached to his hoodie because he took off his hoodie and was just like, "Yo, get this off me," and it was still attached to the hoodie. Like it is, it physically attaches to something, I guess, at some point, and it doesn't let go. Now, of course, he ends up getting spotted by a drone, and the bad guys are looking for him now. They need to find him because they want back what's theirs. While the girl who's trying to steal it in the first place, she who apparently she likes to eat because she was eating noodles, she had a full pizza, she was grubbing till she saw that it's the light sparked when it attached to his hoodie, and she's like, gotta go check it out. So she headed over there. Still got arms coming out of her legs. She's wearing like a black and red outfit, and she goes in swinging like, "Hey, I need this." And in the process, the arms, they're all talking. They're all again sentient, so they're all talking. So she has two arms that are coming out of her legs. And they're talking to her, asking her, like, "Hey, how do you want to do this?" Or whatever. And she's like, "I'll do this myself," because she had to get to like a corridor or something like that. So they kind of retracted and went back into her legs. She got some magical sigils or something like that going on. The kid Hikaru, however, his never retracted, and it seems like he's got to keep a hood on or whatever to cover his up. But and we don't know exactly how it's attached to the hoodie, but I don't see the attachment. Whereas I see the attachment in her legs, I don't see the attachment in the hoodie exactly. I just know it's in the hood somewhere. So, of course, the thing doesn't know his name. It just knows that, Carl, you're a nice person. You're a good person. You came to help me. I appreciate sort of that. And basically, they end up kind of building a rapport and end up trying to protect each other. So Hikaru is good at running. So when he had to run away from these drones trying to get him, he hauled his butt down the pathway to get out of there. And the arm did the same thing later on to return the favor as they were still trying to duck and dodge people. Now, the girl, she ended up trying to say something, and the arms told her like, "Hey, you're supposed to say this or whatever." And she wasn't able to really say it because one of the bad guys showed up and tried to intervene, and she ended up taking him out and then going back to find him. And he's just like, "What do we do? Like, you gotta go." Kind of leaves him. As he starts to leave him, the thing starts to power down. Like it needs to stay. They need to stay close to each other for the thing to be active. So once they realize that, he's like, okay, I'll stay and help, and we got to get past this girl, so like that. So he's like, hey, just run at her and get past. And she's just like, stop, whatever. Like you need to come with me, type deal, whatever. So basically, he ends up just running at her. The arm powers up, gets really big, does like a super KO punch, knocks her down. Doesn't necessarily knock her out, but she's like, she's done, right? And they get away. She ends up going back to whoever her guy in charge is, and he's like, I'm gonna put you back out there in the field. I need you out there. We got to figure it out. And she's like, all right, yes, sir. And the other ones are like, yo, by any means necessary, we need to get this arm back. This is something called a trigger arm. We need to get it back. It needs to be ours. So as figuring out, we get a little bit more information about the arm, so that it needs arbitrium, something like that, to, I guess, run, activate, or maybe get more advanced or get powered up or something like that. That's something, maybe it's like a fuel source or something. Don't know. But it was mentioned. The girl, her name is Aki. Aki Murasame. She is working for the guy again. She's the black and red with the arms and her legs, and she mentions that the arm's name is Alma, the arm that Hikaru has. So the white and yellow arm is named Alma. She's got black and red arms coming out of her legs, and Hikaru ends up, just kind of hiding out and going back to school. And he's got kind of the hood over the hand, but you can still see the hand. Like you ain't hiding nothing. And he's just trying to figure out, okay, what to do. How do I got to handle this going forward? And Aki ends up showing up and joining the class as a student. And Hikaru's like, oh crap, that's her. She comes in with all authority, introduces herself, grabs a desk, she'll take a seat. She grabs an empty desk, walks over to where he is, where desks are spaced out. So it's like desk, walkway, desk, walkway, desk. She takes her desk and slams it right in the middle of the walkway in between two desks, so she can sit right next to him, who's next to a window. And because like the window, I guess the back window seat is like the best seat in all anime. That's where most people sit. But yeah, she's just like, I'm here. How's it going? And that's kind of how it ends. So this one's got my interest a little bit more. Like I'm curious as to what the arms, what they're for, how many arms are out there. Why does she have two arms come out of her leg, and why is she able to hide them, retract them, and all that kind of stuff? Is it because she's more bonded with them? Does she have more power? Does it already have the fuel that it needs and stuff like that, so it's able to kind of do that stuff? Is there some kind of magic involved instead of just this kind of tech stuff? What's the issue? Hikaru, what's going to be his role in this? He has a trigger arm. Are they all trigger arms for that, or is this one specifically a trigger arm? Because if it's a trigger arm, it makes you think it's some kind of blaster or something like that it can do besides just punching. He has one right now, looks like a right arm or something like that. Would he get two at some point, like Aki does? Don't know if he'll get a second one, something like that. His are coming out the hood, so it'll be probably like over his head, whereas hers are coming from down below. What else does other people have? How many of these trigger arm things are available in the world? Like who all has them? We already know at the very end, we see some kid kind of walking out like, who stole my arm? So that the arm belonged to this kid at one point. He confiscated it, had it somehow, but now he wants it back. And he just kind of made mention. He just walks out and make mention of that. So it seemed like the arm wanted to get away, but it didn't really remember nothing. So not sure what that deal is. I'm curious to figure it out. Who's the mystery guy is running Aki around with that? Are they about to form an alliance and build a team? Because that's what it kind of seems like. Are there more they're going to come onto the team? What are they fighting? What is this corporation? Because they obviously don't care about him, because they're like, we want the arm back, eliminate him at all costs. We don't care. It's going down. So this one's interesting. Definitely want to see how it turns out. So I'll probably continue watching this one. Like I said, again, it's Mecha Ude mechanical arms and sort of that. So they're mechanical, but it looks like they got some kind of alien symbiotic technology because they attach to the person and they respond to the person. So there's more to it. I don't know. I don't think I got anything else for this one. I'm just curious to see the next episode and see how it transpires. So again, if you want to keep watching, again, you know where to find me. So with that, make sure you hit that lovely red subscribe button. Again, if you got any animes that you want to suggest, I will definitely go check out at least the first episode and see if it sparks my fancy. See what it's what it involves. I'm all about the big action, fighting and heroes and all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of my wheelhouse. So we'll see how it goes, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.